Price leaks show that the Canon EOS R6 Mark II is going to cost the same as the Mark I if you live in the United States. However, if you live in the United Kingdom or other countries where the currency has decreased against the US dollar since the Mark I came out, well, you can expect a price increase. Details coming up, but first, I encourage you to subscribe and choose all notifications so you're kept informed on the latest camera gear, news, and rumors. The US dollar has been very strong against all major industrialized currencies, including the yen, euro, pound, and the dollars of Canada, New Zealand, and Australia. As such, it shouldn't be any surprise that the price of the Canon EOS R6 Mark II in the UK is up over the Mark I. Provided by Digicami-Info, the price of the Canon EOS R6 Mark II in the UK is £2,779. With the 24-105 f4 to 7.1, you're looking at £3,129. And with my favorite, the 24-105 f4 image stabilized USM, it's going to cost you £3,999. And the RF 135mm f1.8 L series image stabilized USM, £2,599. And the Speedlight EL5, £499. Now, one thing you really need to keep in mind when you look at these prices compared to the US prices, especially that 135mm, £2,599 seems like an awful lot over $2,099 when you realize that the difference between the pound and the dollar isn't that huge. But what you have to keep in mind, every single price that I've mentioned here has a 20% sales tax in it. They call it the value added tax. When we quote prices in the United States or Canada, it's always quoted without price. And why is that? Well, depending on what region you're in or what state or what province you're in, each state or province has a different sales rate that's applied at the provincial or state level. And some states don't even have any sales tax, such as, I think, Nevada, New Hampshire. There's a few of them. There's a handful of states that don't charge a sales tax. And also in Canada, Alberta. Whereas in Europe, the sales tax is provided baked into the price. So to compare apples to apples, what you need to do to all of these prices is remove that 20%, and then you'll get a better idea of the price differences and you can compare apples to apples. But US pricing, same price as the Mark I, that's without any sales tax. And here in Canada, because, well, we have a different currency that has dropped against the US dollar, we're going to see a price increase, then we have to apply the currency. So here in Canada, $24.99 US dollars, we have to multiply that by 1.4, and that gives us the price in Canadian dollars, or approximately where it's going to be. And then we have to multiply here in Ontario by 13%, which is our sales tax. So it's going to be a pretty pricey camera here, unfortunately. And since the Mark I came out, the dollar has dropped by at least 10 to 15%. So we're definitely going to feel that, especially with everything going on. And Australia, you're going to see the same thing. Now in Australia, the price is quoted, taxes in, so your prices are going to seem that much larger. And the New Zealand dollar is also down as well. So is the euro. They're all down against the US dollar, which is why I was quite surprised to see the US price not increase. And that's because, well, they're made in Japan and the yen has dropped. So keeping the US dollar where it is, well, there's no need to raise it. And that really is good news for the rest of us, because if they did raise the US dollar price, wow, we'd be paying an awful lot more in the rest of the world. But now to the announcement. The camera's supposed to be announced tomorrow, November the 2nd. We don't have a time and we don't have a location. So what that tells me is we might actually get the announcement tonight. That's right. I know today's November the 1st, so happy November to everybody. November the 1st. However, when we get to around 11 o'clock at night, 10 o'clock at night, it switches over. In Japan, they're already in November the 2nd. So if we get an early morning announcement in Japan or even Australia, anywhere in Asia, that means we're getting the announcement of the Canon EOS R6 Mark II tonight. And if so, I'll be putting out a late night video on the Canon EOS R6 Mark II. But right now, we just don't know. I was hoping to get more information yesterday, but nothing further has leaked out. A little bit strange. We don't have a firm up on the specifications. We don't have international pricing, although the UK price is leaked out, the US price is leaked out, and we can pretty much figure out everything else, but more specifications would help. Kind of strange, isn't it? If it is supposed to be coming out tomorrow, we don't even have an invitation that's been sent out. And what that leads me to believe, and Canon has done this before, they haven't sent out any sort of invite ahead of time, and then just the day of, they go ahead and publish their presentation on YouTube and on their website. So yeah, I still think that tomorrow is on. Everything is pointing to a November the 2nd announcement of the Canon EOS R6 Mark II. If it is in the morning, Japanese time or Australian time, then we're going to get it late night here. Exciting, isn't it? A new Canon camera that's supposed to be a beast of a camera. And remember, the R5 was supposed to be a master of everything. So if this beast of a camera isn't such a beast, it's more of a whimper, it's just a minor update, well, that has me wondering a little bit about the R1. So I really do hope that the R6 Mark II is a beast of a camera, because if it lives up to that, well, then we can imagine that the Canon EOS R1 is going to live up to its reputation as being a master of everything. And if you want to stay up to date on the latest camera news and rumors regarding the Canon EOS R6 Mark II or the upcoming Canon EOS R1, the R5 Mark II, go ahead and subscribe, but please choose all notifications. By choosing all notifications, as soon as I publish a new video like this one here, you'll get notified by YouTube, so you can stay up to date on all the latest camera news and rumors. That saves you from having to scrub all the Twitter feeds, RSS feeds, all your favorite websites, YouTube channels. I cover all the major camera news and brands all right here. So if you're in a rush, you can come here and get all your major camera news and rumors. And by choosing all notifications, the information gets sent right to you. But that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you again soon.